Welcome back everybody, I'm Lars and this is KSP Real Solar System. And we are going to do a manned flight today, which means we are going to actually fly this thing ourselves. Which I hope will actually turn out well. Hopefully we won't just burn up right away. I did actually this time set up an abort sequence. That should save us if things go bad, I hope. Start leaning over just a bit to get away from this thing, and yeah, we are kind of leaning over. Let's try to compensate. We will have to be very careful here because this thing, while it has the oomph it needs, it's probably very prone to overheating. So first proper manned flight, I call this thing the Moho 1. Because, you know, the inner planet is Moho and the inner planet in our solar system is Mercury. Which then makes a lot of sense because this is kind of a Mercury-like thing. We have the small panel or thingy here. Let's see, do we get anything from the crew report here? Yeah, actually, yeah, we do. So we'll keep this. Not sure how... how necessary that is, but we should be fine. Okay, so we can actually just add a bit here. Okay, so I think this thing might not take us to orbit, but that's fine. We just want a suborbital flight if possible, and I'm trying to be very careful here. I think we have enough oomph in the second stage to actually lift us. Can't really make any guarantees though, but we still have like half of our stuff in the launch stage, so yeah, I think we should be fine. We should at least, well, maybe get onto some sort of an trajectory here. I hope. I am calling me surprised here. This is quite nice. Okay, so let's just do this. We will go for an orbital burn, of course. Just need to make sure that we have enough left in the tanks to get back down. We don't want to strand the guy up there. That would be bad. And a rescue mission is probably not gonna happen. Good on power, good on all the things, I guess. Okay, so ready for another staging. And holy crap, what just happened here? This isn't a proper decoupler, is it? Okay, so we will activate this engine, and that's not gonna do anything. We might just end up decoupling this early. Okay, so we found our design problem. This kind of shows up as a decoupler like this away as well, but it doesn't work like one. Not happy with that, but I guess we can try the abort system. Yeah, and that just releases that thing. It's good. This thing doesn't really have any proper SAS on it, so it'll just descend and hopefully just re-entry. I think it should align itself when we get the aerodynamic effects. Yeah, so it starts to kind of just do that. And I put one more ablative shield here because I have been having some problems with that thing just overheating and exploding. Okay, this is going way too fast, Oh, we're good. We should be able to get this thing back down. We don't have the proper altitude here. We do have it here though. Oh, G-force damage. Okay, he's dead. Crap. And of course now we can't really do anything. So we killed our guy because of the G-force damage. We should have tried to get in a bit more shallow, but we lost our stage anyway. And yeah. So as with the Mercury 1 astronauts, no, not the Mercury 1, the Apollo 1. Number 1 seems to be a doomed name for things, because it's very experimental. And yeah, we have Bill in this one. It's still called number 1 because I don't want to have all the things in my saved saved craft list. But you know, going to start burning up here a bit because we don't want that much of an what would we call this? Like, I want to push it back up because I don't want the angle of attack to be too steep when we start getting the aerodynamic effects of this thing. So hopefully this thing will do better. I fixed the decoupler problem. Hopefully that means that we can get into a shallow enough return trajectory so we don't, you know, burn up again. And when I said burn up, I of course mean just die. So we are now hopefully able to test this thing. Yeah, that's much better. And we should be able to keep pushing our thing around here. It's not a good thrust to weight ratio on this thing, so this is a very slow burn. I was kind of hoping that we would be closer to an orbit when we actually fired this thing up. We have 40 seconds or so, and we're not in a decent enough orbit. I don't know if this is even quick enough to keep building some more APWAPs or pushing the thing away from us. We really don't want this though, so hopefully this thing goes better. But yeah, the thrust to weight ratio just isn't good enough. We need a more powerful engine here. I could have gone with the smaller, really more powerful engine, but it kind of looked weird. Okay, so let's watch the G-force meter, and we probably don't want to warp here because I don't know how that will actually affect this. G-forces are climbing rapidly. I think a Kevlar drogue chute might be the thing here, and he is probably going to die soon. Yeah, so he's basically dead. We want to just try throwing this thing out here. Oh no, yeah, he died. This time we are going to just do a test of sort of a return system here. So we have these 4 Separatrons. I'm not sure how well they will actually work. We also have some chutes here, drogue chutes that are made of Kevlar, so they should be able to take the pressure of the reentry forces. But we are going to do a different kind of test here. I'm just going to burn this APWAPS up to 100 or so. Oh, don't start with me now. And at that point we will just coast up there and try to land, and we are going to this time just try to do a shallow re-entry, which kind of frightens Bob, but it's a good test of what this thing can actually do. And like, from a proper orbit we should be fine, but it would be nice to be able to test a system like this, and I put these guys on there just to compensate for the fact that these Kevlar thingies might not be enough. Actually, maybe we should move them down once and try them first. Just deploy them a bit early. And if they don't deploy, we will try the Suborbital method instead. So we are going to have some re-entry effects. We are still accelerating through the upper atmosphere. No, still not anything good. And when the G-force meter is starting to increase, we will try our drogue chutes first. We will test these as well. Okay, so G-force is accelerating. Oh, these guys are now kind of dying, and that doesn't work. Okay, go, try to burn out. Okay, so that actually worked. That seemed to do the braking we needed. Those aren't shielded though, so we have to burn them early before we get the worst of the heating effects. But this seems to work. Yeah, parachute deployment failed. I know, I just wanted to get rid of that thing. Okay, I think we should be fine here. G-force, we are slowing down. Everything is going as planned, sort of. We should be able to do a proper almost orbital test. I might want to move these guys up a bit. We'll see what that does, really. Okay, so deployment. These guys still didn't deploy, so I'm not sure what happened there, but and as we end this episode, I kind of want to show you guys something cool. So I set up this thing, I called it the geocom, but it's not like geolocked. It's fine though. It has a range of 400 I think 400,000 kilometers, and now it's at like 35 only. Well, that means that it's able to communicate with these comsats, which again means that wherever somebody is on this side, they are actually connected. So I'm going to set up one out here, I think, and one out here between the episodes, just to kind of get as much coverage as possible. We'll just match the orbital period of this thing, and then they should not be geolocked, but they should be locked into an orbit, or like an orbital distance from each other, like they would be offset. So you can see it's connected here. This thing is not able to connect to anything directly, but since this thing out here is connected, you get a connection here as well. I think these guys will always try to connect to some to whatever gives them the lowest latency. So you can see this thing would then connect down here and out here, because it is able to connect. Though, yeah, so you don't have any satellites right now that's not able to connect to somewhere proper. Now this thing is also able to connect down here for now. This thing, of course, is able to connect here, but it might, yeah. So you can see this thing, the LKO comsat, is able to cover this area now because of this satellite, and not because of any of the closer ones. And this one is still connected here. Yeah, we don't have perfect coverage here, but it's good enough to support most launches and stuff. And when we get the two other ones, we should be able to basically cover the whole globe for any, probe launch we want. So we don't have to, really care about where we do our apps burn or circularization burn. So that's good. And I think this is the point where we just end the episode, and next time we are going to go and push for orbit. We did our simple, like, first part of the Mercury program test. We did get a guy up out of the atmosphere and back down, and he survived. So yeah, I think we will end this on a high note, really, and I'll see you guys next time.